Hello, welcome back to Making a Difference. I'm your facilitator, Smith. Um, these videos are designed to make a difference in your life, young man or young woman. And when I say that, I mean that you deserve a better outcome. You deserve to have a success story, and you can have one. You can make better choices. You can tell your story. You can overcome hardships, pains, sufferings, trauma that you've been exposed to, have been placed into for various reasons. You can complete your education. You can do all of these things. Even after having made bad choices in your life, you can overcome these things. You don't have to cut yourself. You don't have to take your life. You don't have to live recklessly. You don't have to be, as some have said, be a savage, because you're not an animal. And you do matter. And young men and young women who are watching right now, somebody cares about you. Somebody does love you. And maybe your father was not around. Maybe he's never been around. Maybe you're angry and don't want him to be around. Some of you have even said that you rather he be dead. He's better off that way. Some of you have never even wanted to see your mom. Many of you were born in bad situations, whether it's prison, whether it's born into a family that you don't even feel loves you as much as your other brothers and sisters. And this is happening in all of the homes all over the world. No matter how much money, no matter what race you are, pain knows no color. Pain knows no money, status. It knows that at all. It doesn't care where you come from. Pain and suffering seeks to destroy the individual whose life it consumes. And many of you young men and women were born into bad influences. You've been exposed to people, still are, who mean you no good. Do you mean, Mr. Smith, that my mom doesn't love me? I'm saying if your mom or dad or anybody who's supposed to love you, anyone who you're exposed to, who knows better, their influence is to be that of one who you look at and say, whatever that man or woman has, I want that. I want that contentment. I want that respect. I want that love. I want that pride. I want that commitment. I want that hope. I want those noble desires. I want that conversation that doesn't slander or malign or gossip about other people. I want that trustworthiness that that man or woman holds and shows to me as a young person, because our lives are to reflect all of those things in your presence. So whether we're your guardian, foster parent, neighbor, family member, uncle, aunt, whatever it is, young person, we were not meant to be bad influences in your presence. What we say, how we think, how we respond to situations, whether you have said to us or you have done to us, ought to still reflect love, hope, encouragement, kindness, friendliness, warmth. Those things we were meant to receive. We deserve them. In fact, we're entitled to them. The Creator Himself designed us in a way where we were to be good influences and we were to teach those to others, young men and women like yourself. What are the bad influences in your life today, young man? Is it someone, whether old, same age, younger, that you've been looking up to? Is it someone you've never even met? Maybe they're on television. Maybe it's a lifestyle, some sort of I'd like to call it a microwave mentality, where you want it just like that. and the media in whatever way it does, and I'm not blaming the media, I'm saying that those things add to the influences that are bad or good. In this case, bad influences where you think I could do like on television and I could blast someone, shoot them, take their life with no regard for authority, no regard for it being wrong, no regard for the outcome or the consequences that will come with it. Young lady, who are the bad influences in your life? Is it a woman who's supposed to be acting her age and not yours? Is it a woman who was supposed to teach you respect and dignity for yourself and your body? But you have lost count of all the men and relationships that she's gone through, going through, and will go through? Do you witness her being talked to any kind of way? And this is your father? He never loved her enough to marry her? He barely talks to you. Young lady, those are bad influences. They're shaping, young people, the way you think, the way you feel about yourself and about life. And if I am growing up as a young man or you, a young woman, with people who show that they don't care about me, it's so easy for me to not care about others. Bad influences teach nothing but a bad influence. There is a poem that I have, and I've always thought about it, and I just remember so much of it. But it says, if a child lives with criticism, they learn to condemn. If a child lives with screaming, they learn to yell. If a child lives with being ignored, they learn to neglect. If a child lives with hate, they learn to despise. If a child lives with nothing, they begin to desire to take. Is that you, young man or woman? Are there bad influences in your life? Does the person who you're living with, whether parent, some sort of a parent, foster, adopted, they've been the only thing that you've known, are they allowing you to do things that are in violation of your body, the law, mankind, humanity? Those are bad influences. If you're a young person today and you're in a home where men and women are around you and they are exposing you to drug use, they are bad influences. If men and women are allowing you, whether you're in the next room, upstairs or downstairs, telling you not to do this or that, but they're doing it, they are bad influences. If your family member is sitting next to you and they're telling you that you have a certain type of body and you are sexy, they are a grown man or a grown woman, they are bad influences. And they are promoting sexual trafficking, they are promoting molestation, they are promoting disrespect, they are promoting whoredom, they're promoting young men and women, encouraging you to do the same to the next generation. That means possibly your own child, if some of you have them, which I know that there are a lot of you young men and women who have children. Run. Stay away from these people. They are nothing more and nothing less but bad influences.